So, Step Brothers is a comedy film directed by Adam McKay that came out back in 2008. We follow two characters portrayed by Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as after their parents meet and get married, the two of them become, well, stepbrothers. But at first, what is a pretty vicious sibling rivalry comes to a head when the two of them discover some things they have in common and they in turn become, well...
Did we just become best friends?
Yup! And as a result... oh my god, some pretty hilarious hijinks ensue. Before I continue on with today's video, I just wanted to say, welcome to my channel, everybody. For those of you who are coming by my channel for the very first time, be sure to hit the subscribe button to miss a feature video, whether it's a feature review, a reaction, top 5, top 10, or whatever I've coming your way, and join me on my journey to 10K subscribers and beyond, because believe me when I say this, guys, you are not going to miss the cool stuff I have coming your way. And for those of you who are coming back to my channel, by the way, welcome back, everybody. You have no idea how happy to see your faces once again. And let us start our conversation below. Have you guys seen Step Brothers? What did you guys think of the movie? Did you guys like the film or even dislike the movie? Let me know below. Alrighty, guys, so let's get into Step Brothers.
Excellent!
Okay, so here's the thing, guys. In my video in which I detailed my plans for 2025 and beyond, I mentioned that I would review at least one movie per month, 2025 and beyond. This would be just any movie I'd want. It's not going to be a special type of video, just a random movie that I want to review for you guys. It's just going to be happening once a month or twice a month. It depends on how it goes along. When it comes to Step Brothers, like I mentioned to you all earlier, Step Brothers came out back in 2008. Can you all believe this movie came out 17 years ago? Just to give you all some perspective, I was 15 when this movie came out. 15. I will never, by the way, forget the very first time I saw this movie. I was with my brother and my dad. We went to the movies. I don't know if I think it was the opening weekend that came out. The theater was packed. And oh my god, everybody, including myself, we were all dying, and I mean crying with laughter. This is one of those movies that has taken such a life of its own, and it's become, I guess you could say, one of those cult classics, or it has become, in some certain ways, a classic in its own right, because here's the thing, guys. Step Brothers is one of those movies in which you're either going to be on its wavelength in terms of its humor and how just immature, stupid, and how juvenile it is, or you're gonna be turned off right from the start. For me, however, this is a movie that I have watched a couple of times in my life, and I'm so happy to say that, goddamn, I enjoy the shit out of this movie, guys. Richard Jenkins has some hilarious scene-stealing scenes. Kathryn Hahn, to which I will discuss her later on because I need to give a special time of the spotlight for her. Adam Scott, I think, also has some brilliantly just funny scenes that come out of nowhere. The real stars of this movie are Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, who have lightning in a bottle chemistry, and their banter, especially when at first they're at odds with each other, just trying to do some way to either really hurt their stepbrother or to somehow fully get them to get the fuck out of their house. The things that these two do to each other, whether it's their insults, their bantering, the pranks they do to each other, and just their dialogue, oh my god. Especially the first night that they sleep in the same bedroom. Oh my god. When I was watching this last night, guys, this line killed me. Just play the clip.
You're not a doctor. You're a big, fat, curly-headed fuck.
Step Brothers is already, it's an entertaining movie. But here's the thing, guys, let's be real. This movie would not work nearly as well if it wasn't for these two in this movie. And not only do they have such great comedic chemistry, but my god, they really make you believe that they hate each other at first, and when they do become best friends, it only gets funnier and the hijinks only get even funnier as a result. But like I mentioned to y'all earlier, there is a scene star in this movie, and it's not Will Ferrell, and it's not John C. Reilly. It is Kathryn Hahn. She has two scenes in particular in which she had me rolling. I was laughing so hard. Catherine Hahn is such a comedic genius, and it blows my mind that she was here and she's now Agatha in the MCU. The scene that she shares with John C. Reilly after John C. Reilly knocks out Adam Scott's character, that whole dialogue exchange had me laughing so fucking hard. Adam McKay and the way he directs this movie, and this brings me back to a sentence that I said earlier. This is one of those movies in which you're either going to be on board with within the first couple of minutes, or you're going to be annoyed, and this movie is going to test your sanity and your patience because, like I said to you guys earlier, this movie is juvenile, immature, stupid, it's crass as all hell, but Adam McKay's directing, besides the chemistry between Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, his directing makes this movie work, especially because they are just all so committed, just hopefully giving you a fun and funny ass time, and for me it absolutely works. And for me, the jokes, I want to say about 75% of the time, they most definitely hit. There is a great in this movie that, once again, it is a great monologue by Richard Jenkins about his childhood dream and what he's trying to convey to his stepson and his son. There is something legitimately genius that Adam McKay and Richard Jenkins do in this scene, and that is the message of this movie. I, honest to God, did not expect this scene to get to me the way it did when I was rewatching this film just the other night. I must talk about my favorite sequences of Step Brothers. Now, there are many sequences in this movie that I love and I still find absolutely hilarious, but at least for me, there are three sequences in this movie that still stand out to this day amongst the many memorable parts of this movie. The first of which, as y'all can imagine, is this scene when they... Come on, it's that scene. Not that scene that happens later on in the film, but one of the more earlier sequences in the film. Roll the clip.
Favorite non-pornographic magazine to masturbate to?
Good Housekeeping.
If you were a chick, who's the one guy you would sleep with?
John Stamos.
What?
Guys, I can't not talk about this movie without bringing up, boats and all.
Deadliest catch without the crabs. We're almost out of gas, called the Arabs.
I'm a pussy pirate, my name is Jack Sparrow. Take off my pants, she can see my flesh arrow.
When it comes down to all the iconic scenes, and yes, I'm calling these scenes iconic because they're very well remembered for a reason or another, the most iconic scene of this movie, as y'all can imagine, is the motherfucking Catalina fucking wine mixer. This one scene became so iconic that, no joke, there is an actual Catalina wine mixer event that happens now because of this movie. That whole sequence is so fucking good, especially when Dale just hits the hell out of the drums and you hear Richard Jenkins deliver this iconic line.
Rock the fuck out of those drums, Dale!
God damn, this movie is such a good time.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Okay, so here's the thing, guys, and like I mentioned all earlier, Step Brothers is a movie that works for me, I want to say the majority of the time, and when I mean that, I'd say a good 75% of the time. Do I have my issues with Step Brothers, even though I enjoy the hell out of this movie? Yes, I do have my fair share of issues. There are some jokes in this movie, and there are some lines that, holy crap, they fall so hard, and there are some jokes that are just a big fucking dud. You can tell that this movie really wanted a certain joke to work, and at least for me, and now again, I can't speak for everybody out there because humor is subjective. Absolutely, no one's gonna laugh at the exact same thing. That is absolutely true. But there are some spots in this movie where the humor, just for me, not only didn't quite work for me, but there are some jokes that I just went, ow, that was bad. There are definitely some parts where some bits are just cringy as fuck. There is no way to get around that. And here we go. So overall, is Step Brothers juvenile, immature, and just plain stupid? Yes, it absolutely is. But the most important question is this: is Step Brothers entertaining and funny? Well,
Yup!
this movie is most definitely not for everybody, and I can completely understand why some people hate this movie, why some people find this movie annoying and irritating. Understand that completely. At the same time, for me at least, this movie is not only still funny, it's entertaining, but there is, surprisingly, a good-hearted message in there. All in all, I'm gonna give Step Brothers a 3.5 out of 5. This movie is just such a damn good time, and it's still hilarious, and it still maintains some of the most iconic scenes, really, that have stayed iconic for a reason. I hope you enjoyed my review of Step Brothers. If so, please hit the like button, or if you dislike the review, hit the dislike button. If you guys want to see my previous 2 videos, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.